Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the 2021 ICMS graduation. It will begin in about 5 minutes. I will ask you please to switch off all your mobile phones and make sure that the aisles are kept clear. Please refrain from taking photographs during the ceremony. All the photographs will be available free to download after. You can access them on the ICMS website. We do, however, encourage you to clap and rejoice and cheer today. It's a massive occasion for you all today, not only here, but online as well. This is being live streamed all around the world. Whenever you can, make everybody feel included. Just relax for a few more minutes. We'll start soon.
My name is Hayley and I'm a proud Gukuyalunji woman, a descendant of the Western Sunset people of far north Queensland, and English, Danish and Italian ancestors. I'm currently studying a Bachelor of Event Management here at ICMS.
Hi, my name is Zali. I'm a proud Indigenous woman of Western Australia. I'm currently in my first year of studying Hospitality Management here at ICMS, as well as working at Novotel Manly Pacific.
In this great island home of ours, Australia, Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander Australians have lived and practiced their culture for tens of thousands of years.
Today, each and every one of us who live on this great land can be a part of the continuing of these ancient cultures.
By acknowledging the traditional owners of the land and waters on which we are standing.
We would like to pay respects to all elders past, present and future.
Congratulations everybody on your graduation day.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Dr. Trevor Clark. I'm the Dean of Undergraduate Studies here at ICMS. I will be your Master of Ceremonies this evening. It is a pleasure to be here today, given the honour to MC this event. I would also like to acknowledge the traditional owners of the land on which this graduation ceremony takes place and recognise their continuing connection to land, water and community. I pay respects to elders, past, present and emerging. Would everybody please be upstanding to welcome the official party. Please be seated. On behalf of the official party, staff and faculty of ICMS, we welcome graduands, family and friends, both here in Manly and around the world. This is ICMS's first graduation ceremony with graduates attending both in person and online simultaneously. So it's going live around the globe. For everybody here on campus and graduates and families around Australia, there are a lot of ways you can get involved with this ceremony today. Take a photo, take a selfie, post it online, but please make sure you use the hashtag ICMS graduation. I'd like us all to take a moment to acknowledge our friends graduating online today for reasons beyond their control. We want to make this day as special for them as it is for you here today in the chapel. So in breaking normal protocol, just slightly, I'm going to ask you all to stand and look directly down that camera, down Simon's camera, and give a massive clap and cheer and applause. Please stand and acknowledge all the graduands online. Thank you very much. Please be seated. Loic. What I'm actually going to do, I'm going to invite Loic. He's our photographer this evening. He's actually going to take some photos of you. Okay, so Loic, and you can direct them if you like. Smile. Thanks, Loic. You want them to stand? You tell them. Loic would like you to stand. Here's some characters out the back. Thank you, Loic. Please be seated. Okay, wow, what a way to kick off graduation 2021. I would now like to introduce the official party in seating order, starting to my left, Dr. Mike Keppel, Deputy Vice-Chancellor, Learning and Teaching. Anne Whitelock Courtney O'Connor, Chairperson, ICMS Professional Scholarship Program. Daryl Courtney O'Connor, ICMS Chairman and Founder. Rowan Courtney O'Connor, our CEO and President. Dr. Alexander Roper, who's the Dean Postgraduate Studies. Stuart Wiggins is the Vice President of Student Engagement and Registrar. Dr. Leonard Petrov, who you all know, Senior Program Manager, International Business Management, Postgraduate. Francisco Vasconcelos, Senior Program Manager, Business and Entrepreneurship, Undergraduate. Dr. Chingetu Chadropa, Senior Lecturer, Postgraduate. Linda Carlson, Program Manager, English and Foundation Programs. And Esther Chadropa, Executive Officer, Learning and Teaching. Part of the success of ICMS is its international reputation. Today we recognise the success of our graduates who represent 32 countries from around the world. With COVID restrictions in place and the number of flags involved, we would have been over capacity here in the chapel. So we have conducted our traditional flag ceremony in our beautiful grounds in Manly. We want to show how much we really miss our graduates overseas. What better way than to highlight our staff and residential students to carry their flags during this video presentation. I hope for everybody online you saw your own flag. I certainly saw mine. Please be upstanding for the national anthem performed today by Anna Fraser.
Australians, oh, let us rejoice, for we are young and free. We've golden soil and wealth for toil. Our home is girt by sea. Our land abounds in nature's gifts of beauty rich and rare. In history's page, let every stage advance Australia fair. In joyful strains then let us sing, advance Australia fair. Beneath our radiant Southern Cross, we'll toil with hearts and hands to make this commonwealth of ours renowned of all the lands. For those who've come across the seas, we've boundless lands to share. With courage let us all combine to advance Australia fair. In joyful strains then let us sing, advance Australia fair.
Absolutely beautiful, Anna. Please be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce our guest speaker this evening. He's Member of Parliament James Griffin. Mr. Griffin is an Australian politician and member of the New South Wales Legislative Assembly, representing the electorate district of Manly. He's a friend of the college. Mr. Griffin is speaking to us from within the college grounds in a pre-recorded message.
Congratulations to all those graduating today. You've worked hard and today is a day to recognise your achievement. It's an honour to share in such an important day. I'm James Griffin, and as the Member of Parliament for Manly and as a representative of the New South Wales Government, I want to acknowledge the fact that your graduation today is particularly impressive considering the challenges many of you faced during the final year of your studies. Someday you'll look back and think, wow, I managed to complete my studies at the strangest time ever. And you'll be proud of yourself as we are proud of you today. Everyone who is graduating today transitioned successfully to online studies when it was needed, and many of you had to return to your home countries. To those of you graduating offshore today, a special mention. Hopefully you're celebrating at home with your friends and your family, and we trust that you and your families are well. Of course, we wish you could have been here in person. To all graduands, remember, you will always be part of our Manly community. The memories of your time at ICMS, the connections you've made, and of course the education you've received are something that I know you will value for the rest of your life. I wish you all the best success for your future. Your community and I will be cheering you on as you embark on your professional lives. Best of luck to you always.
Thank you, James. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd now like to invite our founder and co-chairman, Daryl Courtney O'Connor, to say a few words.
Good afternoon. Before I launch into talking to you, I just want to recognise the massive event that's been created today in this institution, in this place, and no other university in Australia is doing it. I think that says a really great deal about all the people that are involved on our side. And I especially want to recognise Stuart, Alice, and all the team that are working in operations at the moment, in student service, in administration, as well as all the people on the stage. It has been in marketing, it's been an amazing day and a fantastic performance. So, and also, of course, to the audiovisual team who are beaming this around the world, and I know there are people all over the world who are just looking at this place and wishing they could be here with you. So, now, let me talk to you. Firstly, I'd like to say thank you to James, who you've just heard, for his empathetic words. They touch the heart. When I first heard them, they brought tears to my eyes. You've done extraordinarily well during what has been an extraordinary, challenging year. And I must give you absolute congratulations for your achievement this year, and to that degree, I salute you. I'm proud of you. So I also would like to thank the team, the entire staff of this college, and the way they've brought you to this place, because they have brought you to this place and you've done the hard yards to get here. You've all been part of a historic event in 2020, a third world war, if you like, but nevertheless one which doesn't have military alliances. It knows no boundaries, so it's global, and there are no immune locations. It's truly extraordinary. We're not out of the COVID woods yet. In effect, COVID is a change agent, an accelerator, if you like. We have no choice in the matter, but we do have a choice in how we respond. Like other such events in history, this event will precede worldwide creation of business opportunities and a new way of life. Having been through the ICMS system, I'm confident you now are well equipped and have the knowledge and experience to go forward and meet that challenge, I've no doubt. Let me perhaps involve you in the inner workings of the college by explaining a little bit about how we build culture here. And we use that with an acronym, VIP, which you might know as very important person, but for us it stands for a completely different set of circumstances. First, the V. For us, V is for vision. And we are the Australia's leader of career-focused education. Witness in front of me. You need to apply God's given gift to you of dreaming. That sounds strange, but if you dream with faith as to what it will be like when you get there, and you're relentless, and it's embedded in your subconscious mind of what it's going to be like to get there, 99% out of 100, you will get there. So focus on the outcome, not the how-to. There are myriads of strategic ways you can achieve an outcome. The most critical thing is to focus on where you're going and what it's going to be like when you get there. So keep trying to find the way, and you will find it with focus. So dream a dream and live it. The I. The I is for integrity, and possibly the most important thing you will need to have going forward. For us, ICMS, I stands for doing the right thing. Be the best you can, show others you care, and what you say is what you do. Your individual reputations are not for sale. The single most important determinant in your personal achievement will be your virtues and your values. They are the glue that will hold your relationships together, and your relationships are the glue that will build a constructive culture. And that's more than anything else, that's the element that I need to impart today. I could simply not say anything more in terms of possibly giving you some insight into going forward. Then there's P, and for us, P is our purpose. And for us, that's to educate students such as yourselves for your personal success in your professional lives. And I'm confident our team here have done that. It's the why. And for us, that's about taking action, pulling the trigger. Don't aim forever, pull the trigger. Have the will and the purpose to go forward. Don't be afraid of making mistakes. We all make mistakes, even people like Steve Jobs, and my history is littered with mistakes. Fortunately for me, they've not been terminal. So keep moving forward. That's how we would like you to respond to COVID, the challenge. Be a true leader. You each have the ability of being true leaders. On the world stage at the moment, leadership is in short supply. That's my personal belief. But as the saying goes, the world is your oyster, and you can do it. So good luck, and God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you, Daryl, for those amazing words. And yes, you're 100% correct. Everyone is quite envious that we are all here and able to gather for the ceremony today in the chapel. For all our friends online, we really acknowledge your work as well. So thank you, Daryl. I would now like to move on, and it's my pleasure to now introduce the Deputy Vice-Chancellor, Learning and Teaching, Dr. Mike Keppel.
Well, first of all, I'm delighted to be here today to celebrate your graduation. It's a special day for you, and you should feel very proud of yourself. It's a special day for your family and friends who have supported you, and the teachers who have guided you on this journey. It's also a special day for ICMS and all its staff as they have followed your college journey and will continue to follow your life journey with pride. Celebrate this day and always remember this postgraduate learning adventure. Whether you are in the chapel or celebrating online, make sure you thank all the people that made this journey possible. Your parents, friends, teachers, and mentors. Let them know how much you appreciated their support and encouragement. At ICMS, your teachers guided and mentored you throughout this process. ICMS created the platform for you to succeed in your postgraduate education and future work. Work-integrated learning has enabled you to apply knowledge in a real-world context, launching your future professional career. Your journey has focused on being a professional from day one, beginning with how you presented yourself every day. Wearing business attire at ICMS, the daily ritual changes your mindset and prepares you to present yourself both professionally and respectfully as you interact with others. Your course, subjects, assessment, and interactions with others taught you how to think and work with others. Remember how you adapted to new forms of learning and assessment in the online environment, interacting online with your teachers and other students and studying from home during the pandemic. You've shown resilience, toughness, and confidence in challenging and unprecedented times. What you have learned will position you to make a difference in this volatile, uncertain, complex, and ambiguous world, or VUCA world as it's called. You've shown determination to thrive in an uncertain world. Now it's up to you. Today is the day you rewrite your own history. and your story and create the next chapter in your professional life. Hold on to your networks, cherish the friendships you've made, and surround yourself with positive people who encourage and motivate you to do your best. Your next step, and you've all at postgraduate level now, is to create the world you want to live in. You can do this by being a professional who continues to reflect on your actions and acts on feedback to improve what you do daily. You've already shown us that you're a lifelong learner, but don't stop here. Keep learning. Crave understanding, always be respectful, and be a learner every day of your life. We need you to lead with courage and to create and progress this world. And we have complete confidence that you will succeed in doing so. Congratulations and well done, and thank you very much then. I am now pleased to introduce Registrar Stuart Wiggins to formally certify the eligibility of those who have met the requirements of their awards today.
Deputy Vice-Chancellor, these are again unusual circumstances, but we have with us today graduands having their awards conferred both online and here in the Chiretti Chapel. It gives me great pleasure to certify that all of the candidates being presented today have satisfied the requirements of the Academic Board for the degrees and certificates that they are to be awarded. Would all the candidates, whether online and around the world or here in the Chiretti Chapel, please stand.
In the name of the Academic Board and by my authority as Deputy Vice-Chancellor Learning and Teaching, I admit each of you present on campus and online and those graduating in abstina to the awards for which you have been qualified. Please be seated. I would now like to welcome Dr. Leonid Petrov, Senior Program Manager, to present the graduands from the Postgraduate Programs.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the highlight of all of our days, the conferral of awards. We would like to remind you that at ICMS we preserve and respect the protocols of graduation. It is also traditional to acknowledge the success of each graduate when they receive their award. In recognition of this fact, please offer a round of applause for each graduate as their award is announced and received. With some of the soon-to-be graduates being online and some here in the chapel, we would encourage those present in Manly to celebrate the success of the online graduates in the same way we encourage the online graduates to celebrate each colleague that receives the award here in the chapel. Family, friends, other guests, please join in the celebrations. And perhaps you can make an Instagram post to the hashtag ICMS graduation. Thank you. Deputy Vice-Chancellor, I present to you the graduates from the International College of Management whom you have admitted to the following awards. Graduate Certificate of Business, graduating on campus, Katia Daisy da Silva Balco. Graduating in absentia, Yuan Jun Pu. Please put your hands together because he's probably watching online. Graduate Certificate in Event Management, graduating on campus, Gabrin Rajanayagam. Graduating in absentia, Erwan Deraji and William Bernard Lukai van den Born. Congratulations. Master of Event Management, graduating on campus, Felix Budeman. Shahin Vijay Hidaramani. And Nikita Satish. Graduating online, Andrea Coda Forno. Yiping Chang. Rui Lou. And Ying Wu. Graduating in absentia are Lishan Uddin, Mohamed Aziz, Claudio Fernandez, Silvia Nemeth, Kivali Pumpureksa, and Mi Lin Wu. Master of International Business, graduating on campus, Joyce Anna Poditan Meek. Min Kwa Lu. Fan Dai Chang Pham. And Jwala Shrestha. Graduating online, Jen Yang Wang, Yanis Schneiderite, and Rahul Yele. Graduating in absentia are Nicole Downey, Yu Yang Fang, Sushan Maharjan, Prashant Nasa, and Suraj Singh Thakur. Master of Management in Tourism and Hospitality, graduating online, graduating on campus today, are Steve Arnold. Dinesh Baruwal. Muna Basnet. Vivek Pandari, Brian Villari Claudio, Carlos Enrique Correa Lares, Sanjeev Dahal, Ashish Deula, Manisha Dakal, Himal Dakal, Niraj Gajurel, Anil Kale, Sachina Gurung, Sristi Gurung, Rabina Gurung, Min Wen Hyun, Sanjok Karki, Reinaldo Cartono, Santosh Katwal, Samikcha Katka, Ismita Limbu, Wan Quyên Nguyen. Thi Chao Phu Nguyen. Thi Min Chao Nguyen. Thi Thu Trang Nguyen. Nguyen Trong Tien Phan. Thi Thai Ha Phan. Raju Pokala. Pratik Pokhrel. Sandeep Prajapati. Suman Pyakurel. Jenny Rai. Puran Rai. Ram Babu Rajan Magar. John Ramjali. Ganesh Sapkota. Raju Saru. Qi Ran Shao. Suraj Sharma. Pasang Diki Sherpa. Anil Shrestha. Hemanta Kumar Shrestha. Bibek Shrestha. Amrit Singh. Dian Rizet Swako. Dipendra Takuri. Sujan Thapa. Rina Twayana. MD Shahanuddin. And T2 Huai. Graduating online, Huang Tai Chao, Bikalpa Deuba, Pranav Kumar Patangai, and Tan Trung Vu. Graduating in absentia, Xuan Hui Dao, Kishan Dumur, Mohan Kabdar, Udip Magar, Nimesh Pradhan, Mandip Puri, Ahwan Regmi, and Ranej Shrestha. Master of Management, graduating on campus, Farah El Halawani, Trisha Gonzalez de Guzman. Catherine Maxanok. Scott Marshall Mitchell. Margarita Gabriela Reyes. Jay Hemant Shah. Shamal Sharma. Tiago Alexandre Siufi. And Milushka Juliana Zegara Flores. Graduating online, Alexandra Sherbakova. Mahesh Stapit. Masataka Uchiike. And graduating in absentia, Dwi Tan Pham, Rejane Agio, Shristi Ashok Tiani, and Miriam Mar Kodari. Deputy Vice Chancellor, that completes the presentation of graduates from the International College of Management, Sydney.
Fantastic. What I'd like you to do now is we're going to celebrate and acknowledge your family and your friends out there in the big wide world. You're going to once again stand and look down Simon's camera over there, and I want you to acknowledge and give a big round of applause and thank all your family and friends. Hey! Come on, give some more, give some more. Thank you very much. That was outstanding. Please be seated. There's always one. Okay, so it's now my pleasure to call on Deanne Suako, who has graduated today with the Master of Management, Tourism and Hospitality, to speak on behalf of the graduating group. Deanne, please.
I would like to begin by recognizing our parents, families, and loved ones who may not be physically present with us here today, but who are watching on the screens of the Great Hall or on their devices. Of course, all our academic lecturers who have imparted their wisdom and who have also recently acquired the top rank in the QILT survey across NSW. All faculty and staff who I have witnessed firsthand displayed resilience amidst these unprecedented times. Anne Whitelock, Courtney O'Connor for being at the forefront of many scholarship opportunities. Rowan Courtney O'Connor, our CEO, and Daryl Courtney O'Connor, our chairman and founder, who, along with many of our staff across the campus, have been ever present in 3 graduation ceremonies throughout the day. On behalf of the graduates of 2021, I would like to thank everyone for being our foundation and support system. And of course, to my fellow graduates watching here and watching online, we have finally reached the culmination of our postgraduate journey. Congratulations to everyone. The past months have certainly been tough and maybe even unforgiving. But if there would be 2 things that I would take away from everything, it is to forgive and be forgiving. 3 years ago, in this same chapel, I was sitting in awe in my orientation for what would be an extended stay in the International College of Management, Sydney. You see, I didn't start my degree with this cohort. My first term was in February 2018, so I was meant to complete by November 2019. But as we've all experienced, nothing can ever be set on stone. Heck, even Keeping Up with the Kardashians reached their season finale. My mom was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer just before my second term in ICMS. This began the grueling episodes of doctor's appointments, surgeries, pharmacy runs, etc., etc. It was in this time that I was most thankful for the college, which allowed me to take numerous leave of absences and eventually submitting my assessments offshore. During the day, I would tend to my mom's medical visits, assisting with her chemo and taking down notes. By 9 p.m., I would work on my reports, and by 4 a.m., I would get ready for bed to then start the day again at around 7 or 8 in the morning. You see, the Philippines doesn't have the best medical facilities or benefits in the world. That is one of the main reasons why I came here to Australia, that one day I would enjoy the advantages of a first world country. Funny enough, I got into a castle on a hill, like finally becoming a royal. I guess this is what Meghan Markle felt when she married Prince Harry. As an international student, much like almost everyone in this room, I was bound by, I lived within limited capacity. As much as we wanted to work and fund our education ourselves, we were constricted by legalities. Some have thus resorted to cash-only jobs, while others have ultimately been extorted by their employers. We would do anything to make ends meet. I don't know about you, but I remember my first microwave was picked off just from the streets here at Manly. As an international student, I had to be away from my family to pursue my dreams. I had to leave my ill mom to finish my education. I had to persistently apply for a scholarship just for me not to be a financial burden. As an international student, I felt how unfortunate my country was. As an international student, I had to remain in this country. Yet, remaining in this country is the safe option. It has been a haven from the current conditions that remain around the world. Every day, thousands of cases of COVID-19 are in the headlines of Brazil, Russia, India, France, the Philippines. During my mom's medical journey, I have witnessed firsthand how many Filipinos have had to wait in line just to get inside a private room. Some have been on a wheelchair outside the hospital for 48 hours. Treatment was and still is not a right, but a privilege. Our experience with COVID-19 is far different from this. I still recall that final day at the halls of the city campus before the transition to online classes. There were ongoing questions of, how will this work? And will I be able to focus? And are we getting a refund? We have gone from classrooms to bedrooms, corporate clothes to sleepwear, and excursions to breakout rooms. Admittedly, we would wake up 5 minutes before class, cook lunch while our lectures were ongoing, and maybe even hear that faint sound, this train is stopping at Stratfield, at the backgrounds of our Zoom classes. We were all in lockdown. Lockdown from social events and work, lockdown from what could have been boundless opportunities, lockdown from being a citizen of a country we live in. And some of us chose to leave and return to their home countries. We are all graduating in the midst of a global pandemic. As an international student, now an international representative, I have a binary, if not a multitude of perspectives of the current conditions around the world. My mom passed away just before this pandemic even began. There's not been a day that I have forgotten saying goodbye to her at the airport or being at her bedside on the final days of her life. Yet I stand before all of you today because I try to remind myself that while the universe can be unforgiving, I must learn to forgive myself. Because the ongoing trauma in my mind has molded the desire for me to empathize with those who are still suffering, wailing and hoping for change. Because as someone who is privileged enough to earn a second degree in an international college through their support and utmost generosity, I hope for the chance to change this globally divided system. I am leaving this chapel with a new batch of ICMS graduates. We shall now officially step down from the hill towards a world far more different to how we once perceived it. You and I have persisted towards our own personal journeys and towards a more perplexed and communal journey among us. To the graduates of 2021 here before me and watching online, I have shared with you tidbits of my story, our story, and the current conditions that span the world. May we all continue to conquer our battles, be it within us and among us. And if the world has been and would certainly be unforgiving, may we always remember to forgive and be forgiving. Maraming salamat po. Thank you very much.
Please be seated. Deanne, that was an amazing speech. Absolutely amazing, from the heart. Amazing.
I can't cry, I have makeup on.
It's so amazing, it just made me reflect as well. In 3 weeks' time, I'll actually return to New Zealand for the first time in 2 years, and I'm actually going to see my mum, whose birthday is on the 23rd of May. And I haven't seen her for a long time. So I acknowledge the things you've had to do to persevere, to be so resilient in what you've done in this time. It's absolutely amazing, and I know your journey has been as it was. And now, you know what the good thing is, Diane? You became part of our family. I don't know if you're aware, Diane is actually part of the ICMS family. She is our reception at Postgraduate. She works for Stuart Wiggins, who's right there. He employed her. So it's a fantastic privilege and treat to have you on board. So I'd like to call on Rowan Courtney O'Connor to present you with a little gift, just in a small appreciation of what we've heard from you today. So thank you, Diane. Thank you. Oh, we can all take a deep breath now. The ceremony is actually over. You have all graduated. I know you are all postgraduates, so you've been to this stage before and undergrad. You are now postgraduates. So we welcome you to the ICMS Alumni Network. Wear your pin with pride in the future. You are always going to be part of this ICMS family. And we would love to see you back here one day, as we have Katya in the front row. So I'd like to thank the official members of the official party, graduates, special guests, family and friends everywhere, even in the Great Hall, for attending today's ceremony, physically or virtually, to everyone around the world. Please be upstanding for the official party to recess, and would all graduates please remain in the chapel. Please be seated. Okay, congratulations from myself, Dr. Trevor Clark, to all graduates. It's been an absolute pleasure to MC your event today. We hope you've enjoyed your event. This concludes the ceremony, and trust that you will all enjoy your celebrations tonight and maybe tomorrow. And thank you all, and good evening.